Far Cry 3 came out in 2012 and was released for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. This game was met with very well received reviews and is contended in the Far Cry fanbase as one of the best ones even to this day. After my original playthrough years ago and now replaying it for this review, I can understand why. This game had so much going on in it in terms of story, characters, side quests, weapons, and the mass destruction you could cause. You play as Jason, a guy with all of his friends and your younger brother who just got his pilot's license, take a trip to this remote island for vacation. I'm sitting here wondering why out of all places they go to someplace like this, but that is pretty irrelevant as it's gonna drive our story. You get kidnapped along with all of your friends by a man named Vaz, who is acted fantastically by Michael Mando. He is holding you and your friends hostage for ransom, but you manage to escape and now you are on a mission to rescue your friends and get off this island. You are accompanied by a man named Dennis who acts like your mentor and gives you the quick tutorials from the start of the game. Here you will learn that in this massive map you will have objectives to power up radio towers, clear enemy territories, and the ability to hunt and skin animals. You also have the ability to pick plants in order to craft healing syringes, health boosts, and things that will assist you in hunting animals. There's a lot to do in Far Cry 3. Thankfully in this one, unlike Far Cry 2, it doesn't really feel like you are doing an overabundance of driving. You have multiple ways of travel: car, glider, wingsuit, and the handy dandy fast travel for any outpost you clear. The wingsuit is possibly the best thing about the game. You unlock it a lot later in the story, but once you acquire it, you will never want to go back to any other means of transportation. The overall story is pretty good. You really feel for these characters and some of the horrors that they had to go through and endure. Jason gets quite a bad rep in terms of sounding very childish and a bit whiny, which I get, but I didn't find too much issue with him. You will come across some very well written characters that you just wish you had a lot more time to spend with. Then there are some characters that just make you want to stick a knife through their skull. So the gameplay overall, in my opinion, is just fantastic. This compared to Far Cry 2 is just night and day difference. Over the course of the story and XP you earn, you will be able to learn all of these new abilities that come from this skill tree that once learned are then turned into a tattoo on your left arm. Pretty much to signify how this world you are in is changing you. You go from this coward that has never shot a gun before to apparently now being able to take down armies of enemies and taking down outposts like you were an agent from Splinter Cell. Yeah, it's a big leap, but you gotta suspend that part of your disbelief in order for you to enjoy this whole ride. The best part about this game is easily when you have to take out all the enemies from an outpost. You have many ways to approach your strategy. Go in hot, guns blazing, or take it quiet and have nobody even ever know you were there. You have a multitude of weapons you can choose from that you can either buy from cash or unlock for free by powering up radio towers across the map. And if you even have a single brain cell in you, you know that getting them from radio towers is the best way to do it, because then at that point you are using all of your money on the attachments and ammo. You have sniper rifles, pistols, automatic machine guns, grenades, C4, and my favorite, the bow and arrow. Far Cry 3 tries to bring a lot of variety to a game like this, such as in terms of equipment. In order to be able to carry more weapons, you have to skin certain animals to craft bags and pouches. And if you are smart, you do this very early in the game because there is literally nothing stopping you from doing this. Only until you need to fight a shark for its skin, then maybe this is where you should be a little bit more cautious. There are also side quests that you can complete to earn more cash, but honestly, you can get money very quickly just by selling a lot of the junk that you steal off bad guys and certain animal skins and plants that you will never use. I don't really ever find an incentive to do them outside of just some extra cash or completionist purposes. Graphically, the game looks great with the visuals of flying through the sky and taking a boat and riding through the water. On top of all that, I love the way the island looks and how vibrant the colors are. It makes you feel like that the island is alive and itself is a character to the story. The missions you play are very fun, especially when the game can take a bit of a breather and allow you to travel through some of these caves and tombs. Then there are just some memorable missions like, oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are two different endings to choose from, and I honestly was very satisfied with how it all turned out by the end. So with this game now being around 9 years old, how well does it hold up in 2021? Well, this game on PC still looks great on full settings, and you can buy this game also from the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One store, and I would say that this is worth every penny. I am looking forward to getting around with a review for Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 5 and maybe even Primal when I can get around to it. So be on the lookout for those reviews in the future as well, and I am very looking forward to Far Cry 6. Guys, my name is Pedro Ordonez, also known as GameLife7. Please subscribe, comment, like, thumbs up, do whatever you guys can to support this channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
You have 10 seconds to tell me who you are before I remotely detonate the C4 under the table and this whole place explodes like a pop bottle.
Jesus!
I doubt it.